Here we are solving Pure Math 1 May 2024 paper. In the previous two parts, part 1 and 2, we have covered question number 1 to 8. Let's look at question number 9. We have 2 points given A and B. L1 passes through A and B. Find the equation of L1. It's an easy 3-mark question. You need to find the slope of L1 using the 2 points. y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1, you get 5 over 11. Use any one of the point to find the equation. I'm going to use the first point. Y minus y1 is equal to slope times x minus x1. You can use y is equal to mx plus c also. But they want the equation in this form where PQR are integers. So multiply throughout by 11. 11y minus 22 is equal to 5x minus 20. Put everything one side, you will get 5x minus 11y minus 20 plus 22 plus 2 is equal to 0. That's all. Let's move on to part B. Now they are talking about another line L2 passes through A. A is the point 4, 2 and parallel to x-axis. Okay. This is x-axis origin, y-axis. If a line is parallel to x-axis, the equation of the line should be y is equal to k, where k is this point. Since it passes through A of 4, 2, let's say our 4 is here, 2 is here. This point is definitely 2, so the equation is y is equal to 2. The equation of the line L2. This is the point A of 4, 2. But they don't want the equation. It says point C lies on L2. Point C lies on L2 such that, okay, let's forget about point A. Point C lies on L2 such that length of BC is 5 root 5. We know the point B here, 15, 7. B is 15, 7. So let's say 15 here, 7 here, B of 15, 7. Now there is a point C on L2 such that the length from B to C is this. There are two possible scenarios here. The C can be here. I'm going to take it as C1 or C2, like an isosceles triangle. These two lengths are same, let's say. Can be C2. These two lengths are same. So there are two possible positions for the point C. That's why the question says find the both possible pairs of the coordinates of C. Okay, we know for sure the y coordinate of the point is 2, right? X coordinate we don't know. So I'm going to take it as x. Now using these 2 points, let's find the distance between them using the distance formula. Square root of x2 minus x1 whole square plus y2 minus y1 whole square is equal to, the distance is given in the question. So remove square root and expand the bracket. 15 square, I think it's 225. 225 minus 2ab plus x square. 7 minus 2 is 5 square is 25 is equal to, when you square 5 root 5 square, you will get 125. Put everything one side, you will get x square minus 30x, and then you will get bring the minus 25 here. 225 minus 125 is 100. 100 plus 25, 125 is equal to 0. Now solve this equation. Coefficient of x square is 1. Coefficient of x is negative 30 and 125. 25 and 5. So you get x is equal to 25 and x is equal to 5. But you need to write a step, write it as x minus 25 times x minus 5 is equal to 0. That means the point C1 is 5 comma 2, point C2 is 25 comma 2. That's the answer here. Let's move on to part C now. Hence find the minimum possible area of triangle ABC. I'm going to draw the figure again here. It's x-axis origin, y-axis. We got the equation y is equal to, we got the straight line y is equal to 2 here, and we got 2 points. Let's say B is here, B of 15,7 is here, and you have 2 point, one is C of 5,2 and then 25,2, C1 and C2, 2 possible positions. Now point A is basically, if you look at the point A is 4,2, right? So the point A should be here, 4,2, right? So if you connect, the minimum area will be this, right? If you take this point, if you take other point, this is not the minimum area, correct? So in this area, the base is basically, the minimum area is equal to half times the base is, this is 5, this is 4, 5 minus 4, times height is this height, the perpendicular height from the third vertex to the base. This is 15, this is 2, so it's going to be 15, not 15, 7. Y coordinate is 7, 7 minus 2 is 5, so you will get 5 over 2 square units. That's the minimum possible area. Question number 10. We have f dash of x given and a point also. Find the equation of the normal at point P. So first we need to find the slope. So you need to sub in this x coordinate in here to find the slope. So slope is equal to slope of the tangent. Slope of the tangent is equal to f dash of the x coordinate. So 6 times 4 minus 2 times 4, which is 8 minus 1, times 3 times 4, 12 plus 2, divided by 2 times square root of 4. Let's calculate this. 24 minus 7 times 14 divided by 4. You get negative 1 over 2. That's the slope of the tangent. So slope of the normal is negative reciprocal of this, so it's going to be positive 2. So you have a slope, you have a point, you can write the equation as y minus y1 is equal to slope times x minus x1. So y is going to be 2x minus 8 plus 12, 2x plus 4. That's all. Let's move on to the next part, part B. Find f of x. That means you need to integrate f dash of x. Let's write f dash of x first. 6x minus, we have 2x minus 1 times 2x minus 1 times 3x plus 2 divided by 2 square root of x. First of all, open the bracket and simplify this. 6x minus, when you open the bracket, you will get 6x square plus 4x minus 3x minus 2 divided by 2x power half. Divide each term by 2x power half and multiply by this negative sign. So we'll get minus 6 over 2 is 3, or I'm going to write one more step. 6x square divided by 2x power half. 4 minus 3 is just x divided by 2x power half minus 2 divided by 2x power half. So it's going to be 6x minus 6 over 2 is 3, x power 2 divided by x power half. You subtract the power 2 minus half is x power 3 over 2. The next term becomes minus 1 over 2, x power 1 minus half is just half. The next term becomes positive, 2 will be cancelled, x power minus half. That's f dash of x. Now we are going to integrate this f dash of x. So if you integrate f dash of x, it becomes f of x is equal to, integrate the first one, you'll get 6x squared divided by 2 minus 3, x power 3 over 2 plus 1, which is 5 over 2 by 5 over 2, minus half x power half plus 1, which is 3 over 2 by 3 over 2. And then the last term is x power minus half becomes x power minus half plus 1 divided by minus half plus 1 plus c. Tidy this up a little bit. F of x is equal to 6 over 2 is 3x squared. 3 over 5 by 2 is minus 6 over 5x power 5 over 2. Here 2 can be cancelled. You will get 1 over 3 minus 1 over 3 x power 3 over 2 plus 2 x power half plus c. Now we are going to use this point P of 4 comma 12 to find the value of c. So sub in here, replace f of x by the y coordinate, x by 4. So 3 times 4 square, 6 over 5, 4 power 5 over 2, 1 over 3, 4 power 3 over 2, 2, 4 power half plus c. So let me calculate this first. 3 times 4 square minus 6 over 5 times 4 to the power 5 over 2 minus 1 over 3 4 to the power 3 over 2 plus 2 times root of 4. Root of 4 is 2, so 2 times 2 is 4. You get 164 over 15. So 12 is equal to 164 over 15 plus c. Bring it here. You will get positive 15 over 16. C is equal to 16 over 15. Sub in here. That's the function. So finally you need to write the function with the c value. 16 over 15. That's the function f of x. Question number 11. We have a graph given. Looks like a sine graph. Figure 4 shows sketch of the part of the curve C1 with the equation y is equal to 12 sine x. You should have learned all the transformation. When you take the graph y is equal to sine x and you put a number in front, it's a stretching along the y-axis. So all the y coordinates will be multiplied. All the y coordinates of this function will be multiplied by 12 here. So they want you to find the coordinates of P. So let's consider this is a sine graph. Let's say it's a sine graph. In sine graph, this point is going to be pi over 2. Wait, they want degree or radian? In radians actually. So this is pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2, 4 pi over 2, 5 pi over 2. So this point has x coordinate 5 pi over 2 comma 1 in the regular sine x. But if you take 12 sine x, it's a stretching, so you need to multiply the y coordinates by 12. So this is going to be P of 5 pi over 2 comma 12. That's all. It's a 2-mark question. Let's move on to the next part. Now the question says 12 sine x plus k. When you put plus k, If the k is positive, the graph will go up. If k is negative, the graph will be moved downwards, right? Given that maximum value of y on C2 is 3 now. Okay, think about it. This graph now is y is equal to 12 sin x. So this point is 12. This point is minus 12. We are going to add k. In other words, you need to move the graph upwards or downwards. We don't know because the value of k is not given, whether it's positive or negative. But you need to move up or down in such a way that the minimum value is 3 now. Minimum value from 12, now it becomes 3. So definitely you don't move up, right? You need to move down. Sorry, wait, they say minimum value, maximum value, yes. The maximum value is 3. So definitely from 12 to the maximum value becomes 3. You need to move the graph downwards. How many units? 9 units, right? So when you move the graph downwards 9 units, this minus 2 becomes minus 21, right? 0 becomes 9 here. So the graph will be something like this. The maximum value at 3, minimum value at minus 20. Now what they want you to find out? Find the coordinates of the minimum point on C with the smallest positive x coordinate. The smallest positive x coordinate with the minimum point. This is the minimum point which is closest to the origin, right? So this x coordinate would be pi over 2, 2 pi over 2, 3 pi over 2. So 3 pi over 2 comma y coordinate is negative 21. That's the answer for this one. 3 pi over 2 comma negative 21. Now the next part says 12 sine of x plus b. Okay, you take the graph 12 sine x and replace x by x plus b. And b is a positive number, so the graph will be translated to the left side b units, right? Okay, so just imagine this. You have the graph given. This is 12 sin x. This point is 12. This point is minus 12. Now you need to apply x plus b, so we are going to move the graph to the left side b units. Let's say the graph has been moved to the translated to the left side b units already. Now the new graph has minimum point at pi over 4 comma a. Okay, in the actual graph this is pi over 2 and this minimum point is 3 pi over 2. But after moving the graph to the left side, this point has come here. Pi over 4 has come here actually. So 3 pi by 2 has been moved to some units. That means 3 pi by 2 minus b, because we are moving b units, is equal to pi over 4. So calculate b. 3 pi over 2 minus pi over 4. So 3 over 2 minus 1 over 4, which is 5 over 4, 5 pi over 4. That's the value of b actually. The value of b is 5 pi over 4. The value of a is the y coordinate, which is just minus 12. That's all.